I just don't understand a lot of things that's going on in our community, in our life, and I felt compelled to basically come out and talk about it. Um, I was the type of person that just sit back and just let everybody do their thing and let your country burn as long as I can protect me and my family. But things are different now because if you are that type of person that just think about yourself and you're selfish, then God turns your back. God turns his back. I'm not that type of person where I'm being selfish. So we're going to talk about this administration. We're going to talk about the jab. I'm talking about when someone says their patience is wearing thin. I mean, you know who said it? Sleepy Joe. And I know some people got it. I know some of y'all probably got the jabber jabber. It should be your choice. It shouldn't be nobody else's choice. It should be your choice, the freedom to do what you want to do. That's you. That's on you. But no one should force you to do anything. And never ever forget that. This country was built on trial and error. And then we had the Constitution. Then all of a sudden, maybe 100 some years later, what happens? Hitler jumps in. Hitler jumps in, he runs game, and he does his thing. And he caused havoc around, Europe. But then it caught up to him. And one of the things y'all need to know, and one of the things y'all need to write on a piece of paper, and Google. I would say duck, duck, go. I wouldn't say Google. I would say duck, duck, go. And look up the Nuremberg trials. Nuremberg trials / Nuremberg Code. That no one should ever force you to take anything without informed consent. And what you need to understand about informed consent is if someone says you're going to take this and you're going to be like, no, I don't want anything in my body because I don't approve of it. I don't want it. I don't care if it's something that would save your life. If you say you don't want it, you don't want it. Simple as that. So, and you got to understand why that is. Why are they pushing this thing so much? A lot of people, and it's confusing. I get it was confusing. The more you research and the more you get back and you start learning and reading books and books and books, you start saying to yourself, well, is it mode in a point where that you got the media, you got coming out saying, yo, take the jab. But when you turn around, you go back and say, okay, well, tell me a little bit more about this jabber jabber. Tell me a little bit more about this Vaxx. What's in it? Nobody can tell you what's in it. No. Or they say, well, just take it. It protects you. Don't worry about what's in it. And if you find out and when you learn what's in it, you're gonna be like, good Lord Almighty, what are you people trying to do to us? It kind of make you feel like pushing it so hard to the point where that, do y'all know something that we don't know? What is, why y'all doing this? So you got the media, you got the news, you got entertainers pushing it. You got multi-billionaires moving to army redoubts, side of mountain, PG, underground bunkers. And here we don't got nothing but our little framed house or an apartment complex down the road. I mean, what do they know that we don't know? So I'm gonna try to get into. I got some notes here, but I'm just gonna flow today because after I heard the man said his patient, and what about ours? Who we been quiet? You know, things been popping for the last 5 years, and certain people just like don't like it, but we just quiet, or we're not quiet, but we're not effectively doing anything like another side is doing, which I call the Democratic Party. I mean, them folks some gangsters, man. I'm talking about when they set their minds up to do something, they do it. Right or wrong. Right or wrong, it don't matter. They gonna stand by each other and and do what they gotta do. And that's messed up. So, and if you think I'm lying, if you think this is not true, or you think that this is hogwash is what I'm saying, I want y'all to do something. I want y'all to figure out what's going on in Australia. Figure out what's going on in Australia, why the Aussies is going through hell right now, where they being on lockdown, whether they being on, they can't even walk out their house. And it's been going on for a year now. And if you walk out your house or you want to do something, you know, you got drones in the air, you got cops everywhere. They're going to put something on you. They're going to put something on. Whatever happens in Australia with the Aussies, it always dwindles to Canada. And when it dwindles to Canada, it comes here. And what you want to know and what you need to understand is that we don't got time for all that. We ain't with all that. Whether you're black or white, Hispanic, Latino, whatever you are, you need to understand. If you're an American, you're an American citizen. We all Americans. And we need to stick together. All this Democrat, Republican crap, we need to stick together right now because we need each other right now. We need each other. It's not about party no more. Because what you got to understand, the party that you worship are running game on you right now. And they trying to get some foreign thing inside of you that by the research that has been done by scientists and virologists like Judy Mikovits, and so on, eventually it's going to tear you up. It's going to hurt you. It's going to lower your immune system. It's going to, from what they're saying, you got 5 to 6 years to live. If you live over 10 years, you're perfect. You 10 years, that's it. That's a wrap. But it's at 10 years tops. And these are scientists. And they're all getting blocked. They're all being censored. And you can't find them on the internet. I don't look up the politicians. I don't look up the entertainers. I very seldomly watch TV unless I just want to go into the matrix. And every time I fall into the matrix, it's always some subliminal message. One of my favorite things I like to watch over and over and over and over again, I don't know why, is Prometheus. And if you've never seen Prometheus, you need to check it out. It's like, what's the word I want to say? I mean, you just need to check out Prometheus, about the engineers and that these engineers seeded us on this planet. It's pretty deep. But if you go to YouTube and look at the cut scene of what the engineers were saying, or one of the engineers were saying in the movie, he's basically saying that, yes, he is the one who created you. He is the God. But y'all are sinning so much that it was coming back to wipe us back out. Worse than, the flood, because we were just doing sinful stuff. Almost kind of got you thinking, like, is this what's going on now? Are they trying to tell us something? They trying to, knock us out with this vax, this jabber jabber, to the point where that they have more resources for them and not us. It's just something to think about. A lot of people, friends and family, have mysteriously stomach their encounter at the hospital, and they start asking questions of why. Was it the V, which means the virus, or whatever, or was it something else? The um the jabber jabber. So we're going to get into the jab from my research for the last 2 years, and we're going to get into understanding, if you choose to get it, then you choose to get it. But all through this broadcast, I want you to understand something. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to say no. Say, no, I'm good. Well, you need to get it. No, I'm good. Say no. Well, if you don't get this, you can't do this, you can't do that. And just scream out Nuremberg. Oh, Nuremberg code. So you telling me you violated me because I don't want to give you informed consent over something. So you're just going to just do what you got to do. Well, guess what? Let me go find a lawyer. My favorite lawyer right now is Robert Burns. That guy right there is off the chain. And if you don't know who Robert Burns is, you need to look him up. Robert Burns, one of the best lawyers ever. So, let's see here. My printer just sent me something. Give me a second here. Okay, let me see what it is. Okay. So, before we get into question and answers and all that, the best I can, I just want to give you a good breakdown of certain things that you need to hear and need to understand. So, a lot of people don't know of basically the alternatives of protecting yourself. Mr. Anthony Fauci, I like to call him Fauci. Anthony Fauci basically avoided any type of holistic or alternative, medicine that you could take for getting sick or fighting any kind of virus or fighting the flu or influenza. But all this falls up under one category, which is the coronavirus. Coronavirus is basically everything. Everything. As far as, getting sick during the wintertime, getting colds. And the immune system is one of the most, I wouldn't say complicated, too technical to get into that because I start to sound like a scientist, and I don't want to sound like a scientist right now. But you get a lot of bad rap on medicine like hydrochloroquine, ivermectin, those things they don't want you to talk about on. They don't want. They're telling you that is no experience. It's no research that claims to be the best on the market besides getting the jab, which is a lie. Because if you just you know do an internet research, internet, Google it, whatever you want to do, it'll tell you that ivermectin is the bomb. With no side effects. Not side effects like the jab. Um, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just imagine. I mean, this whole thing with the mask. I mean, why would you wear a mask? Think about this for a minute. Why would you wear a mask that's not going to protect you from the virus? Is 1 micron. Your Can you hear me? Something's going on. I think I lost you guys for a minute. The alphabet crew probably watching this and don't want me to share this with you. So bear with me, guys. It's gonna be in and out. I begin to feel like Alex Jones for some reason. But anyway, that's a whole different thing. But what I was saying was when it comes to, wearing a mask, you want to wear a mask, fine, but it's not protecting. The mask is only 3 miles, which means a football field. It ain't gonna protect you. The only thing that's gonna protect you right now is the immune system, trying to eat right, try to eat healthy, exercise. And let me tell you, I ain't exercised in 10 years, so I ain't finna go there with you. But I'm finna exercise tomorrow. So, but getting your immune system is the key. And how you get your immune system up is simple, but you gotta start watching what you consume, what you eat. You don't have to be a vegan, and you don't have to be an Arnold Schwarzenegger or one of the buffed out dudes. You know what I'm saying? But you just need to know where to go get your holistic medicine from, wherever it may be. On or your local herb, and they'll break stuff down to you. And you need to start thinking about your body, as far as your intestines, your organs. You really need to start monitoring it. Now, I tell everybody, my family. Well, I tell you what far as my family is concerned, when it comes to keeping up the immune system, trying to avoid this whole new thing called the Delta. One of the things about the Delta is that everybody's saying, well, how you get a new variant of you got the Delta. You know, you got to understand something. It's not from the unvaccinated people. And it's funny because when they said that, just before they said that, about for 3 days, it started on a Sunday. I think it was last month or whenever it started. Last Sunday, the Sunday it came up, it was like, people are getting sick. People are in the hospital. People are dying and suffering. And it is the vaccinated people that's doing it. They did it for 3 days. They told the truth for 3 days. And then after that third day, they was like, it's the unvaccinated. Everybody's scientists, Dr. McCullough, Dr. Sheraton Penny, they already broke it down and said that, hey, and they did this 6 months ago. They said, hey, if you take this thing, it's going to mutate into another strain, and it's going to be a stronger strain, and we all got to worry about that. And this is what we got, the D. They dropped that D on us. Ladies, drop that D. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, just joking. So I tell everybody in my house, well, all my family members, some family listens, some family don't. You got to deal with it. But when they sitting down, with they throat, you just look at it and say, I warned you. Love you. Now you know I was telling the truth. You can't call me a conspiracy theory no more. But one of the most important things that everybody need to start consuming in their body, I would think, from my opinion, and from what I see, and these are just my opinions. So, I'm not a doctor. Um, I'm not a scientist. I'm a dropout. I'm a college dropout. Uh, couldn't afford tuition. But anyway, um, vitamin C. Vitamin C is the best thing you can take. I mean, there's a lot of things you can take, but vitamin C. Start making a regimen to drink organic orange juice once a week. And when I say once a week, I'm talking about at least getting a half a gallon or a gallon and just drink it. I don't care if you don't like orange juice, cranberry juice, organic preferably, or make sure it doesn't have high fructose corn syrup in it. But just try to get orange juice, uh, things of that nature. Um, Another thing you need to do is try to take zinc. Take a zinc tablet every day, or take an immune um, defense every day. I know it sucks. Every day. Take it. Elderberry. Take it. Take it. Um, if you're unfortunate to get sick or get the little twinkles or whatever, um, one of the most important things you can do right now, if you're feeling sick, is to take quercetin. Quercetin, pineal gland of the animal. But to make a long story short, get some sunlight. At least get 30 minutes of sun every you need. You need to get out in that sunlight. All right. Um, you need to sweat. Sit out there in the sunlight. Sweat it out. Don't sit in that AC. Sweat that thing out. Um, you need to talk to your doctor if you have a personal doctor. Um, you need to talk to your doctor and ask them questions like, hey, if I were to get sick, doc, will you be able to prescribe me alternative medicines besides the jab? You need to have these conversations with your doc and see what he says. Say, will you prescribe um, quercetin, which is over the counter as well. You can get that over the counter. Or would you prescribe me hydrochloroquine? Will you prescribe me ivermectin? And see what he says. Well, we can't do that. That medicine is blah 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 blah. We can go ahead and give you the jab. That you need to find an alternative solution for that. Don't wait till you're down and out. You need to find someone who can help you out. And the people who I've researched and found out that will help you, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I mean, it's not free, so I hope you got health insurance. I hope you got health insurance because you're gonna need it. Or better yet, you're gonna need $100. You got about $100 with you, I'm talking about, you go ahead and go to American Frontline Doctors. American Frontline Doctors, and they will guide you and tell you who in your state. You need to go ahead and do your research now, like I have. Just do your research. Don't wait to the last minute. For the people who have had um the virus or whatever, anyone who had it and beat it off naturally, then that's good. That's good. You beat it off naturally, so now you have the antibodies in your body that will protect you from all these variants. But we don't know what strain or what variant is going to come out next. You got D, the Delta. Before you know it, you're going to have Zulu Nation. You're going to have Drop It Like It's Hot virus. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be all different variants. And you got to be on top of making sure your body is able to fight off what they can fight off. That's why you need to get your quercetin, get your vitamin C, get your vitamin D, get your zinc, or get your immune builder with zinc in it. And then, get all this stuff. I like colloidal silver. Have colloidal silver on deck just in case, drop a little on your tongue. Bam. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it works slow though. So it takes about 24 hours for you, those nanoparticles get in and start protecting you. It's just just simple things like taking in 25 milligram of an aspirin, a Tylenol, I guess, and take that. That cuts down on the aches, the fevers, until you can get the help you need. Because if you don't get the help you need, there's a good chance that you're gonna be down and out, especially if you got a bad immune system. It's gonna knock you up out of here. Um, and I don't want to get political because I can't go there with you, but when it comes to the lies that they have, put upon us from, the Democrats. I hate to say it, the Dems, man, some gangsters, man. And you got the, repubs, which is the old rhinos. It's all about money for them. Whoever got their money in it, they got their shares in it. That's who's gonna do what they got to do, and they gonna lie to you. Rand Paul done came out and said natural immunity is the best thing. He done went after Fauci for all the lies. I ain't never seen somebody so wishy-washy on TV. And I know that I can't even go outside the house line about I'm going to the store when I know I'm finna go to the liquor store. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. Fauci can sit there and lie to y'all and y'all suck it up. Y'all just absorb it. And it shouldn't be that way. One minute he says wear a mask. The next minute he says don't wear a mask. Matter of fact, wear 2 masks. Matter of fact, we don't have a jabber right now. And kind of find out this man been working on it for the last years. MR, all the animal studies that have been put on the animals on this Vaxx, all the animals died. Every last one of the animals died. But they trick you because they changed the name of the vac, which is nothing but an mRNA vaccine. It's not even a vaccine, it's an mRNA gene therapy. And if you don't know what that is, you need to look it up. And they take the same stuff, switch the name of it, get a patent for it, and then say, oh no, we got a new vax. When it's nothing but the old vax that all the ferrets and all the birds and everybody, all the animals undied of. And then you turn around, you put it on the human being. You got to ask yourself, why is that? Why? Why in the world would they sit here and be causing or trying to kill people? It's scary, but it's called eugenics. And a lot of folks don't know that word, eugenics. I never thought it happened in my lifetime. It's happening. And another word for eugenics, if you ask me, is New World Order. We are in the New World Order, and there's nothing, they're not slowing down. And it's all about us standing up, recognizing it, and say, hey, People was patriotic and we was loving America. We was coming together. And to now, we can't stand each other. It's all about color. Oh, man, look at that white boy. Oh, look, I know 20 years might be a long time, but just think about it. We came together. We need to stay together right now. We need to stick together more than ever right now because the evil, satanic demons are coming after us so hard right now. So hard. And, you got people like Klaus Schwab. And if you don't know who Klaus Schwab is, I would say, again, look him up. Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, Fauci, and some other guys from CDC is running game on all of us. All of us. When I say all of us, I mean all of us. Black or white, Hispanic, wherever you are, they don't want you here. You need to be gone. You are useless eaters. You are a useless eater that's eating up my tacos. You are a useless eater eating up my collard greens or my caviar. If we can knock you off, that leaves us more for me and my family. And this is how the multi-billionaires, this is how they think. And when I say, millionaires, I really don't even say millionaires. I'm saying multi-millionaires and billionaires are running the show. Or better, let's say you make more money. You're just making millions, millions and millions. Would you sell your soul for that? If you were blessed with $1 million and then someone came to you and said, hey, look, I gave you 500 million more dollars if you would just lie to the people. Understand, you're not hurting. You're not hurting. Would you sell your soul for that extra $500 million or the extra $2 million, or however you want to say it, to lie to people, to lie to human nature, humankind, to lie to your neighbor because you want that extra money in your pocket? Do you have a conscience? Ask yourself the question, do you have a conscience? I got a conscience. I do. Because I know when this body is gone, and my spirit leaves this body and I go somewhere, I have to be standing in front of the Holy Spirit, God. What am I going to tell him? Forgive me. Too late. You got to think about when you leave the shell and you go to the other realm, the other dimension. But you got to go through that gate first. And if you feel like you done, you ran, you did, people wrong, what makes you think he gonna let you go up in there? No, he's not. So I have some homework for everybody, and I need people to look up Klaus Schwab, George Soros, Bill Gates. Well, everybody know Bill Gates, but I don't think y'all know what Bill Gates said about maybe 7, 8 years ago. Bill Gates said something at a TED Talk about we need to kill grandma for more teachers. We got to cut off the CO2 levels because the CO2 levels is too high. Who was he talking about? When you hear Democrats talk about carbon and global warming and we need to cut out carbon, do you know what do you understand what they're talking about, right? Okay, you don't. Carbon is you. You are made out of carbon. What does plants and trees breathe? Carbon. They release carbon. I mean, they inhale carbon, excuse me. They inhale carbon because when the carbon is injected into the plant or the tree, what do they release? Oxygen. A lot of people didn't know that. Google that. Um, People, I'm just telling you, I beg you, do not take the jab. Please, I'm begging you. Death. You know, after all the research, after all the paperwork, after all the white papers, or better yet, all the scientific papers that I have printed out and sent and read with this person, they wound up getting the jab anyway. It hurts. I feel like, all the hard work that I have done, they want trusting the TV, trusting Fauci, trusting Bill Gates, who say they want to kill you. I felt like they won. This is why I'm here with a deeper thought experience to make sure that you get out there and you warn people and just say no. Just say no. No, I'm not. Think about it. There's more of us than them. There's more of us. So if there's more of us and we all say no. Or how Damian Wayans used to do in My Wife and Kids, when his kids would ask him something, Daddy, can I have such, 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 such? And he'd be like, nah. You do. Don't be afraid to say no. When you know wrong is wrong, say no. Start dropping knowledge on them. Nuremberg, hold up. Ain't that a violation of the Constitution? Hold up. Would that fall up on a Geneva Convention? Or what you trying to say? Okay, let me record that. Hold on. Say that again. Okay. Put that phone up. Women. Well, one thing about women, they love to put their phone up. What you say now? Instead of doing world star when someone's fighting, getting their head bashed in, start recording certain things that's going to help you in the long run. And I don't really get into World Star, not no more. But one thing about World Star, one of the questions that I have, I guess no one else thinks the way, but I was like, damn, why that dude got the phone seeing someone dangling from a building when he be trying, what should he be trying to save that person? Or if you see bashing other dude's head in on the floor, on the concrete, all right, that's enough before you kill him. That's enough, man. No. Anyway, didn't want to get off in the jag. Don't want to get in the jag. So understand, going back to this jabber, understand alternatives. Most important thing to protect yourself. And I have just gave you the key. Will you open the door since I gave you the key? Or are you going to sit here and trust the TV, trust the internet to tell you what to do? I mean, don't forget about the Tuskegee experiment, black people. Black people, let me say that again. Do not forget about the Tuskegee experiment. Went on for 50 years. 50 years they did this to us. And here it is now. You finna take something that was invented that even the ferrets couldn't survive. I mean, what? That don't make any sense. This is why they're trying to take history, real history, out of the schools. You can't let that happen. You can't let that happen. So I was just listening to the news earlier today, and this man came on, I guess you call a podcast, and he was saying how his son died. His 16-year-old son died after taking the jabber jabber. I mean, he was living for no more than a week and died on a basketball court because of an enlarged heart. My heart goes out to him. You need to look him up. His name is Ernest Ramirez. Ernest Ramirez, my heart goes out to him. I have a son, so I know how he feels. I'll be hurt. This man is still crying. It's been almost 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. This man is still hurt, and I feel him. He took the Moderna. His son took the Moderna too, or something. I think it was. I don't forget what it was, but he took the jabber, and he's not here no more. My heart goes out to him. My heart goes out to him. God bless his soul. And if you're an atheist, I'm sorry. God bless his soul. Okay. Another thing we need to worry about dope. Like boop, 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 boop. They causing division between us. Let me tell you, I love their kung fu movies. I love their martial arts movies. I'm talking about wow, special effects sucks. Okay, but other than that, when all this went down, their special effects was damn near believable. They over exaggerate to scare the rest of the country, but it scare the rest of the world as far as this virus. And it's funny though, because everything's happening now, and it's just like, why is what's up with the Wuhan? What is a Wuhan? I thought it was some Chinese food for a minute. Wuhan, I want some Wuhan until I figure out that no, you don't want no Wuhan. Then all of a sudden, you got all these Chinese defectors saying that no, we released it, we did this, to crash the economy and to knock our military down and hurt them, But all this was because of a shot, a jabber jabber. And one of my military friends called me the other day, and he was like, man, they tell him we got to do it. We got to take this jab, in order to stay in the military. And I told him, don't do it. And he was like, this is my career. I said, I understand that's your career. Remember, I almost was there with you. So what you got to understand is that the Vaxx have not been FDA approved. It has not been. They lied to you about that. I don't know if y'all can see my cat, but she decided to be in the video. Yeah, excuse her. So if you see a tail or anything, don't freak out. She just wants some attention for some weird reason. But I told him that I need him to look up and pull the documents to say that, FDA did not approve the vax. What they did was they basically reauthorized the emergency authorization. They just reauthorized that and say it's been approved. No, legally it's totally different. They playing word games on you. And it's part of law because I don't know it. But understand that if you do take this thing, it's only to break down the most powerful army in the world, besides the British, besides the British Army. But you have United States Army, which I don't know what's going on with this cat thing, but please forgive me. And I hope you like cats. Okay, she's gone. So, um, if you got loved ones in the military, tell them don't do it. Tell them to find them a lawyer. I'm telling you, this stuff is going to hurt them in 10 years. If not 5 to 10, between 5 to 10, and by 5 or 10, that you're going to see them, all the militaries, China, coming over here doing their thizzle. I mean, if you voted, if you voted blue, that's on you. If you voted blue, it's on you. I kind of can say I blame you. You know how Bruce Roos, the comedian, be like, that looks good on you. Well, you know what? That right there, I blame you, kind of, sir. But, think about it. I've been trying to get me a Black Hawk helicopter for the last 20 years. I've been trying to save up my money so I can get a Black Hawk or Chinook. And here this man, Mr. Sleepy Joe, just gave Taliban damn near 300 of them. Or was it 200? I don't forget. And they don't even know how to fly them, except one or two of them. Hell, I don't know how to fly a Chinook, but I want one. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I want me an MRAP. They got MRAPs over there. Gave it to them. Gave it. Last time I talked to somebody, told me, it is what it is, though. We live and we learn in this new world order. And if you don't know what the new world order is, again, I tell you, you need to go now. You need to go check out the new world, who they are and what they do. And I'm telling you, they don't have your best interests in mind. Look up a documentary. I would suggest you to DuckDuckGo it. Or I even suggest you go to a website, banned.video, BANNED. That is BANNED, and look up Plandemic. 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 And look at that video. It's about an hour long, but you got 1 and 2. And I suggest people to watch this video. And this video came out maybe 8 months ago. Maybe 8 months ago. And then the Plandemic 2 came out about 3 months ago. It's jaw dropping. People that you need to look up and basically research. And I consider these my heroes. I consider these guys my heroes. How can I say it? My heroes. And that's Peter McCullough, Dr. My African sister, you know, she be on fire. She be on fire. Is I don't know what Mr. Excuse me, not Mr. but Mrs. Stella Emanuel. If you don't know who Stella Emanuel is, she's fire. She's out of Texas, and let me tell you, she breaks it down from um, the holistic Christian way, telling you about what's going on, to the demons, the demonic, satanic rule over this planet. She breaks it down to you, and she tells you, from a medical doctor to being a pastor in the church. She gonna give it to you both ways, and it's a good listen. Matt, I can listen in because you had to stop, pause, rewind, play it again. But she's good. Um, Nikki Willis is a guy who also produced Plandemic, so you might want to look up Nikki Willis. He's one of my heroes as well. David Martin. David Martin with them damn bow ties he be wearing. He be flossy on that darn thing. But David Martin, you need to look at David Martin up. He's in the movie Plandemic. But if you do the research on David Martin, he will open your eyes into the patents, where it come from, who was studying it, how they got caught, everything. This guy, I'm telling you, man, y'all sleeping on David Martin. Look him up, Dr. David Martin. And if you see a bald-headed guy with a bow tie, that's him. I mean, he got the idea of the bald head and the bow tie from me. Just to let you know, he got it from me. So I'm gonna let him have it. So understand something, folks. Just say no and understand we all should. It will never be right for anyone to force you to do anything. Unless you break the law, then that's totally different. You break the law of the land, you hurt someone's property, you damage someone's property, you hurt someone, you know, your rights can be taken away then. But defending your family, protecting your family is your right. It's your right. And you should do it. Woman or child. That's what a man's job is to do. A man's job is to protect his woman and protect his children. And even though sometimes we have to make that sacrifice. You got to excuse my headphones. I'm trying to get that Joe Rogan experience type of thing. But it is what it is. So, anyone got any questions? Anybody? Questions? I may not be able to answer them, but I'll try. Let me see here. Let me get my anomaly going on. I'm gonna look into the screen. Let's see here. Faces beyond. One of my clients say after the shot, she's sterile. Can't have kids. Yeah, that's true. Um, yeah, it's true. Um, she just fried up her. I'm trying to think of the terminology that you would use, but yeah, her ovaries are fried now. You gotta understand something about the ovaries. When you take the jab, the shot, or what you want to call it, what happens is spike protein. You understand you already have spike protein. You have spike protein already in your body chilling. So when this new spike protein goes in, they start arguing. Then all of a sudden, it starts attacking the ovaries. From what I hear from Judy Mikovich and Stella Emanuel, is basically the spike protein is in your uterus, it's in your brain, and it's in your heart. And most people that gets the vax, what happens? They have a stroke, heart attack, or a woman starts bleeding. She just have abnormal breathing, bleeding, excuse me, not breathing, but bleeding, you know, and is abnormal. They were saying 80-year-old woman who got the jab are now having menstrual cycles abnormally, bleeding ferociously. EAR, there's reporting where they tell you about different side effects and they have to keep up with it. Now, they kind of like covering a little bit of the numbers up. Well, the last time I checked, in the United States is up to 40, I think, 40,000 adverse reactions to it. Mm-hmm. Hmm. So, and a coroner, or is it a coroner? Okay, and a coroner said one of the people with COVID. Ah, yeah, yeah. The bloodstream, something else. Faces and beyond. I mean, it's changing it's changing your DNA. It's changing it. It's programming the cells to do something in your body. The blood is not. From what I understand, is basically one thing I do know about the blood is that if you took the vax and say, for instance, you want to give blood, they won't let you. Oh, okay. You saying Jello? Ooh, Jello, like Jello pudding, like pudding. You talking about like Bill Cosby Jello pudding? Oh wow. Mm. Well, I don't want to do my Bill Cosby. Oh, but anyway, damn Jello, and that I didn't know. Wow, Jello, Jello pudding. Oh, love my Jello and my pills as well to knock y'all out. Oh. Let me stop. Um, that's my funny side coming out. It's getting late. Yeah, excuse me. I do impersonations sometimes. Um, wow, that's something to think about. Now I got to do more research on that. Jello? Now I'm gonna have nightmares tonight on Jello, especially Jello pudding. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wow, faces and beyond. You everywhere. Let me see here. Shout out to Faces and Beyond. She's dropping some questions on me, and I'm trying to answer them. I don't know if you guys can see it. I can see it though. Um, well, tell your mama no. You're not gonna do it. My sister and my mom been begging me to take it. No, don't do it. Say no. Just say no. Um, I know it's hard. But you look them dead in the face. I mean, you look them dead in the eye like that and say, no. That's all you got to do. It's real simple. It's real easy because they're going to need you. And it's going to be stressful, but they're going to need you in about 3 to 4 to 5 years. They're going to need you because, hell, they might need you in the next 6 months when the winter time gets here. Because when the winter gets here, you're going to have less vitamin D. Okay. You're going to have more virus, which is a strain of the coronaviruses. They're going to come out. They're going to get sick. You need to stay away from them because especially if you got a cold, you need to stay away from them because if you sneeze or you got the sniffles, they're going to get it 10 times worse. 10 times worse because their immune system dropped about 15% the first shot, and then after the second shot, it's half that, and then after that, it slowly starts working on this immune system to the point where you don't have an immune system. Natural immunity is the key. It's with our bodies. Yes, there are certain things out there that but we gotta understand something about humans is that we evolve. We evolve. When we are faced with a certain challenge, we evolve from that. Our bodies learn from any viruses, bacteria, diseases. Our bodies learn from that and they set up a defense for that. Remember just 6 months ago, before Trump was out, they were saying that the virus is gone. We have took control of it. We're good to go now, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And Sleepy Joe and Kamala Harris was sitting here talking about if Donald Trump tells me to take the jab, I'm not taking a jab. I'm not gonna take it. Nope. What's that name? Nope. She says no. Joe saying no. We need to find out what's all been put into it before we can sit there. The American people, we're not gonna take the jab. No. Now he's telling you that his patience is wearing thin. He's been wearing. Our patients are thinned. We've been thinned out for damn near ever since July 6th, if you ask me. You know, that's story. Um, this topic here is just trying to make sure what we're talking about today on this podcast is basically protecting yourself from an invisible enemy. That was invented. That was invented. It's not naturally been occurring. This is not naturally occurred. This is something that's been popped up out of a laboratory because they were just seeing what they create, see what they could create or whatever. So I say, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did know about the yeah. Oh yeah, they knew. If you go back to I'm trying to think. Well, if you read the white papers from the Rockefeller Foundation, from the Davos for the last 10 years, they've been talking about what can we do to have an economic crisis to where that we could shut down the system and do something called the Great Reset. Klaus Schwab talks about it with his old ass. Excuse me, I'm cussing, but Klaus Schwab the Great Reset, build back better. That's what he says. Build back better. We got to do what we got to do to start a new economy and all this. And if you Google him, he talks just like that. He speaks French, but he speaks English and he talks like other Schwarzenegger. And this is all planned. They love the fact that you're working from home. Okay. They don't want you to interact with humans. It's a metaphysical thing what's going on. It's people don't understand. They want you to cover your face. They don't want you to be out in public, meeting, talking to people. It's metaphysics. They know it comes. It has something to do with a psychic of we getting disconnected. One thing about me, I don't wear a mask. You know, when I was sick, when I had a cold, I had a mask on to protect myself out, well, protect you guys from being out. But wearing just a mask, just to be wearing a mask, no. Because one thing you need to understand, if it's going to get you, it's going to get you. And from what I'm understanding, this year is going to be hell on wheels for everybody. I don't know about people who have had COVID, excuse me, the virus or whatever. You know, I accidentally said that my cat licked my toe. I know my cat. Go somewhere, cat. Anyway, let me go back. Guys, just take your vitamins. And when you take these vitamins, man, make sure it says non-GMO. Non-GMO. Kosher. All right. Don't try to take anything that's synthetic. So understand something. We in this together. I'm not perfect. Okay? We are not perfect. We wouldn't need, need Jesus. We wouldn't need God because, there's only one perfect person, and that's the man above. So we're not perfect. I'm striving to be perfect every day, but I know I'll never get there. Yeah, Chloe. Yes, the cat. Yes, she did. So, oh my God, y'all just going crazy on this thing. Maybe I'm talking too much. It's past my bedtime to be keep that up. I'm trying to keep that up. Still look like I'm in my 20s. Want to keep it that way. But people, I need y'all to get prayed up. I need y'all to research. Don't fall for the okie doke. Another good book, a book you need to get and read it again and read it again. Take notes. There's a book that I have here that I think everyone should get. If y'all can see this. Let's see. Can you get it? This book is by Dr. Joseph Mercola. All right. This is a good book y'all need to get right here. There's more books I can show you, but I don't have them right now. They're upstairs. But that is one of the things you need to get right there. And read it and read it over again. I mean, I have to read a book at least twice. So, I think that I'm going to wrap it up right now. I'm getting sleepy. Yeah, I'm just joking. But I want to thank everybody for coming out, listening to this podcast. Hopefully the video came through perfectly. I hope. But stay prayed up, people. Uh, go to the earth. Try to grow your own food in your backyard. If you got a house, grow some food in the backyard. You know, um, try to buy organic. If you can't buy organic, at least it says try to buy something that says non-GMO on it. If you buy canned food that says non-BPA. I mean BPA free. Excuse me. You know, just get it. Just do it. Yeah, it may be a little bit more expensive, but just get what you can and flush your system out once a month. And when I say flush, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm not gonna even go there with you. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Just to stay prayed up again. Love your children, man. Protect your children. Do not let them force nothing on your children, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Kind of picking Ernest Ramirez. That's a good example. Ernest Ramirez, God bless his soul. My heart goes out to that man and the parents of the I think the 21-year-old who took a jab and it made her head swell. I mean, she had a brain hemorrhage where they couldn't stop the swelling of her brain and she died. They had to cut the top of her head off, so because the brain just kept swelling until she died. And that's excruciating pain. But the media is not telling you all this. The news is not telling you all this. They're telling you to get the jab, get the jab, get the jab. Protect the elder. When the hell have you ever wanted to protect the elders? You trying to knock them off so you can have all that money in Social Security and everything else. So you have to pay out the kind of picking benefits. Think we stupid? And now you coming after the kids. Don't do it. You come after the kid, that's Satan. That's the devil. That's the devil. Every civilization over the years that this planet has been evolving, every civilization goes after children. These people, man. It's a ritual. Protect your children. Protect them. Don't let your kids walk down the street, daddy and mommy. They're 8, 9 years old. I'm gonna walk over my friend's house. If you ain't dropping them off, they can't go. I'm telling you, it's getting to that point right now because the kidnapping, the child sacrificing, the adrenochrome. I'm telling you, I need to look up adrenochrome. Adrenochrome. So protect your family. If your family not listening to you, it's gonna be hard, but you gotta let them. You gotta let them do what they do. Let them know and tell them every day you love them. Tell them every day you love them. But if they don't listen, it's not too much you can do. So I'm finna wrap it up. Guys, thank y'all for coming out to the Deeper Thought Experience. I am the DJ Dundada, also known as Deeper Sax. Not sex, sax. Because I play the saxophone. Y'all want to see my sax? Let you see my sax for a minute. Just one of my saxophones right here. Yeah. So that's it. My saxophone right here. Maybe one day I'll play for you guys. Hopefully in 2024, I might play something. Oh, can you see by the guys? thank you for coming out. It's my first podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it made you laugh, and I hope I gave you some informative things to go and research. I really hope that. And I hope everybody have a blessed day. Tomorrow, Sunday. Get on your knees and pray. Pray for this nation. Pray for this country. Pray for your family. Pray for this planet. I need it. Bye.